Welcome to Mojo Story. I'm Akanksha Ajmera. Today we are diving into a significant issue unfolding at the Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law in Patiala, where students have been protesting for 10 days now against the administration, particularly the Vice Chancellor, Professor Jaishankar Singh. This protest has escalated with students voicing their demands for justice and action. One of the most recent and troubling incidents involves a male student pleading with the Dean of Academics, Dr. Naresh Watts, asking him not to disturb his parents with threats of rustication. Let's take a look at the video.
नहीं बेटा नहीं हाथ नहीं बच्चे नहीं 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 आप मेरे घर पे फोन मत नहीं बेटा मेरी तरफ से ऑपरेशन हुआ पिछले साल मेरा टेलीफोन कुछ नहीं है यदि आप इस प्रकार से मेरे ऊपर इल्जाम लगा रहे हैं तो बेटा गलत गलत है सुना नहीं जाते सुना नहीं जाते बेटा गलत बात बिल्कुल नहीं बेटा बिल्कुल नहीं आप समझदारी से काम नहीं करना चाहते बेटा आप लोग केवल आपके पास रास्ता है आप उसका वीडियो निकाल दो घंटा का
Today, we are joined by that student who has faced immense pressure amid these ongoing protests. He will share with us the realities on the ground and the emotional impact this situation has had on him and his fellow students. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's important for us to hear your side of the story. Now, to begin with, we understand that the protest started on September 22nd following the Vice Chancellor's actions in the girls' hostel. And now students have been protesting for 10 days. Tensions with the administration seem to be escalating. So can you tell us how things have progressed in the last few days?
So, the protest they started on Sunday when the Vice Chancellor visited the girls' hostel, and the main demand there were several demands which were raised concerning the conduct of the Vice Chancellor, in which we have also released this list of incidents raising the questions on his conduct. On Sunday, we went to his house with a protest march, and we sat there. And when he came outside, he refused to accept that the warden was not accompanying him. But we have warden on record saying that Vice Chancellor entered the girls' hostel without her, and she got informed later on that Vice Chancellor has entered the girls' hostel, girls' mess. Then on the next day, what happened was, on next day, the students they sat in front of the administrative block where the Vice Chancellor came, and the students confronted him regarding all the statement that he had made in during his tenure the last few months. And he did not deny any of those statements. He just justified them by saying that यह स्टेटमेंट तो हमने पीएचडी स्टूडेंट्स के लिए करी थी, आपके लिए नहीं करी थी, इससे आपका कोई लेना देना नहीं है, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. ये स्टूडेंट तो उन बच्चों के लिए थी जिन्होंने फीस नहीं दी है, so and so. And that day also he went inside without any solution. And on the next day what happened was, the protest was going on, and in the evening uh, the students representatives were called, and a meeting was held which resulted in a stalemate. Then what happened? In the
Right.
morning, Professor Jaishankar Singh called the students, and he started saying that specifically the students who are from Uttar Pradesh and Allahabad were called, and they were said that you are from so and so district, I am from Allahabad, and being from UP, अगर तुम लोग ही मेरा साथ नहीं दोगे तो ये पंजाबी लोग मुझे कैसे टिकने देंगे. Then he called the students to meet him alone at his residence. Uh,
Which
we
day of the
informed
protest was this?
this was first day we went to his residence, and he came out. That was Sunday. On Monday, we met him outside the administrative block. On Tuesday, there was a meeting which resulted in a stalemate. This was
Right.
Wednesday morning.
Okay.
And then he says that मेरे घर पर आओ और मेरे से अकेले मिलो. And at the same time he calls the parents and threatens them कि तुम्हारा लड़का वहाँ पे राजनीति करने गया है कि पढ़ाई करने गया है, वो प्रोटेस्ट में क्यों है. And
Yes, so let's move to that. So recently, a very emotional video surfaced where you were seen pleading the dean of academics not to threaten your parents with
yes,
rustication, right? So could you share what led to that moment, and how it affected you and your family?
he through a politician,
Hmm.
he firstly he called my parents, and then after that through a politician he called my parents, and the person he said that I am uh, so and so related to this member of parliament. I am working with this member of parliament from Uttar Pradesh, and the vice chancellor is saying that if your son will continue with the protest, हम इस पर कार्यवाही कर देंगे और इसका भविष्य बर्बाद कर देंगे. And then when my father called me and he asked what is the situation over there, what happened, etc., etc. He knew about the protest, he knew about what is happening in the university. I told him that yesterday we had a meeting and which resulted in a stalemate. And then now the and at the same time vice chancellor had called me. So I said that vice chancellor has called me and he is calling me to his house. And so my parents said that don't go alone to his house because we don't know about the intentions of the administration. uh, Either go along with a faculty member or go along with other students. I called Dean of Academics Naresh Bus, telling him that Sir Vice Chancellor is calling me alone at his house, and if a faculty member could be there, so it would be good. And he's calling me alone at his house, and I'm not sure whether to go or not. So he says, जाओ कोई बात नहीं, आप चले जाओ, आपके वाइस चांसलर हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. Then I called another faculty members to ask them to, like, who I trust. I called them and they said, "Beta, अकेले मत जाना. If VC
Hmm.
sir wants to talk to the student, tell him that we'll come in a group and talk to you. No worries
Hmm.
at all." Then I did not go there. I went to the protest site and I shared all the incident with the students. And then all of them they said that if they want to talk to us, they can come here and we are ready to talk to them. So what happened after that was that he called me again कि कुणाल हमने बोला था कि तुम मिलने नहीं आए etc etc. And then I cut the call. I said, sir, मैं बाकी बच्चों को लेकर आ जाता हूँ. तो ही सेड नहीं नहीं, पहले 5 मिनट आके अकेले बात कर लो, उसके बाद आना.
Hmm.
And then my mother, she had two surgeries last year. One was a tumorous surgery, and she had a tumor in the kidney, and it was removed, and it turned out to be cancerous when the reports came out. So, and another surgery was regarding the ovarian cyst. So her health got deteriorated when she got to know about all what was happening in the
Right.
university and the calls that were made at my home. And hearing that, I also got tense and I fainted. The student, they admitted me to the health center, where the VC called me again, asking that कि क्या हुआ, तुम आए नहीं.
Hmm.
और एंड देन आई टोल्ड हिम कि सर मैं बेहोश हो गया हूँ, मैं मतलब मेरे को चोट आई है. तो ही सेज कि अच्छा निर्णय क्या लिया है. देन ही सेड कि अच्छा चोट लग गई है, चलो हम मिलने आते हैं. बट
Hmm.
वो नहीं आए उसके बाद भी. He sent Dean of Academics and DR instead. So
Right.
if the Dean of Academics was not aware that VC is calling the students, how could he have how did he know that I am in the health center and I have talked to the vice chancellor? After that, Dean of Academics, he released a statement in the news that we were not aware about any calls which were being made to the students and their parents. And
Yes, so I
and
was
this
just
is
coming
not,
to that. I was just coming to that. So the administration, especially Dr. Watts, claimed that they did not contact any parents, right? And the
hmm,
protest should remain peaceful. So how do you respond to this? And can you tell us how they mispresented the situation?
yeah. So definitely, even we told the administration, we before carrying out a march in the administrative block yesterday, we had a conversation with our registrar, and we told him that, sir, even we want to initiate a negotiation, we want to talk to you all. So what we are demanding is that we'll carry out a march in the administrative block peacefully without any vandalization or anything like that. And we'll sit in front of the administrative block, and we want you, being the after the vice chancellor, the senior most member is the registrar,
Hmm.
but he was never being kept in the loop in all these negotiations. So we
Right.
told him that we want you to lead the entire faculty and come there to have a conversation with us and negotiate over the demands that we have. We carried out a march. No incident of vandalization happened. Even the faculty members in the faculty meeting, even they were of the opinion that the students carried out the march just by the sloganeering, and no incident of violence took place. After that, we paused a while at the vice chancellor's office, and then we sat at the reception, which is a public area, and students or any external member of the outside the university can go and sit over there. Then, instead of registrar leading the faculty member, dean of academic Naresh was came outside the vice chancellor's office, and and the students, they confronted him regarding the cause. He said that, first we said that, sir, you have released a statement saying that you were not aware about the calls which were being made to the students. But sir, did we not inform you that vice chancellor is calling us? To which he replied कि अच्छा तो फिर मैं क्या आया नहीं. We said, sir, you came there after the third call was made to the student,
Right.
when he got fainted and he was there in the health center. And in the video, there also he was just denying all the allegations, and we were confronting him about the interview that he gave in the PTC, wherein he was saying that the chief warden accompanied the vice chancellor when he visited the girls hostel. We confronted him regarding that. He was denying that, and during that when he was denying the calls and what he said in the interview, that video is of that particular section.
Right. Absolutely. Okay. Now, with the new committee that has been formed, do you feel hopeful about the outcome? And what are the students' expectations from this committee? And will they actually
So
address the
today,
concerns fairly?
today the students went to the administrative office demanding that the registrar, led by the faculty members, comes and talk to us. He was willing to do so. He
Hmm.
came to meet us. He said that I am going to the vice chancellor's office, and we'll have a meeting after that. You can wait here or in the seminar hall. But
Right.
they came within 10 minutes. What we know is that vice chancellor just conveyed them that external committee is being constituted, and you need not talk to the students. This is what,
Hmm.
and when the faculty led by registrar came again to the administrative office, they said that vice chancellor sir has said that an external inquiry committee would be made, and so there is no need of the meeting. When the notice came, we saw that the committee is formed by Vice Chancellor Jayasankar Singh himself, and
Right.
both and that committee, if you will read the notice, it clearly says that a committee to mediate. Now
Hmm.
the basic rule of mediation is you need the consensus of both the parties to appoint the mediator or the arbitrator. This was not followed before constituting this committee. Even we are willing to have an external committee to look into all the grievances of the students. Now what we are proposing is that, as of now, we are not satisfied with this committee. The student
Right.
body is going to have a meeting this evening. There is a legal maxim, nemo judex sua causa, which says that no one can be a judge in his own cause. Now, this committee, which is constituted by Professor Jaishankar Singh, constitutes of two members, reputed members in legal arena, but both have been selected by him. So he cannot set up a, if it is a if a committee to mediate, then he needs to have a consensus with the students. If it is an inquiry committee, he cannot select members of the committee which is going to inquire against him itself.
Hmm.
So that is what the students are contending.
All right, all right. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us. It's clear that the students are standing firm in the pursuit of justice, and it's vital that their voices are heard.